Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. And actually, this is my second speech, and I'll say this is my second icebreaker because I'm still feel the same thing as before. And I believe that today we are going to share a value of different perspective and a value of intention to avoid violence. Today, I'm going to talk about the Indonesian way of thinking. What is that? I will cover about the meaning and the reason why I come up with this topic. I'm hankering to deliver a better speech. I hope so. And okay, first of all, Indonesians do not think and communicate like the most Westerners. Westerners, they have a tendency to be straightforward from the beginning, while Indonesians, on the other hand, we have mastered the art of avoiding straightforward and straight to the point or being bluntly. We usually wait until the end to deliver our point or our intention. This way of thinking, influenced by the wider Eastern culture, a culture that always put politeness above all. This type of thinking generates a style of communication called basa-basi in our language. It is when people avoiding being straightforward or being straight to the point almost in everything, such as conversation, writing, even argument. They have argumentation. We've been in this way because from the earliest age, we have been taught that this is our way to express courtesy and politeness toward others. As we always try our best to not to offend anybody with our words. Therefore, being straightforward in our culture is considered inappropriate, less permissible, and sometimes even hurtful and rude. That has been said, Indonesian people will be engaged in conversation with a plethora of small talks and chit-chats, mumbling around before they get to their point. All, of course, all of them in passive sentence, because speaking with active sentence is also considered inappropriate or even rude sometimes. For example, you will find Indonesian people have a conversation such as like this. Excuse me, I'm wondering if I could ask a few seconds of your time. I would like to ask about your food. It seems like you are accidentally misplaced it. It is now on my left foot. Well, definitely, Westerners, they will just say, excuse me, you are stepping on my foot. That's how we express. That's how we think in a different way. For those who have talked to me before, I believe that you will agree with me that I always talk in passive sentence. You will see the same thing also in our writing. The facts and supporting idea will be delivered in the politest way it could be before the topic sentence. And yes, we will end our paragraph with the topic sentence or the main idea. As I mentioned before, we even argue in this manner because we want to put our opponents in our shoes by bringing our opponent in our situation and share the same perspective. This is how we expect to win the argument without offending anybody or our opponent. Most of the time, it works in de-escalating the argumentation. Mostly because the opponent gets bored or frustrated. That's how it works. And there is another example also. By talking politely and mumbling around, you will get some bonuses when you are in the restaurant. in family-owned restaurants. You will get some additional rice, you will get some additional chicken just because you are asking it politely, and you will get it free. And finally, I will give you the reason why I come up with this topic for my speech. It is because I personally experienced a hard time during my first quarter here in NPS, when I had to repeatedly submit my papers to GWC, the writing coach. I didn't know there was anything wrong with my writing in the first place. Apparently, here in America, active sentence is king. And I'm hankering to write and speak better in English start from now on. Thank you, and I respect you.